Drive, brought to you by Golf Pride.
Very good morning and welcome into Morning Drive on a Monday. We hope you're all doing really well at the start of a new week. Anna Whiteley with you alongside the gang, Damon Hack, Paige McKenzie and Robert Damron. Well, let's get you up to date on all of our Monday morning headlines as Jordan Spieth is expected, among several other PGA Tour members, to attend a fundraising tournament at Maridoe Golf Club in Texas this week. Some notable names teeing it up to benefit the club are Victor Hovland, Scottie Scheffler and former NFL quarterback Tony Romo. Although Spieth will be on site at the event that begins tomorrow, he is not expected to play. Meanwhile, Alex Checker won an Arizona mini tour event thanks to a final round 68 that included an ace. Checker was trailing by 6 strokes with 6 holes remaining, but played his next 4 holes in 6 under by making that hole-in-one, an eagle and 2 birdies to force a playoff where he would go on to defeat Ed Olson. And on this date in history, back in 1986, the first change at the world #1 position in the official World Golf Ranking occurred when Seve Ballesteros passed Bernhard Langer atop the list after 3 weeks. Seve would go on to spend 61 weeks at the world #1 position. So taking a look at the current official World Golf Rankings, which are paused during this time, it is Rory McIlroy who holds the top position in the men's game. He is followed closely by Spain's Jon Rahm and then Americans Brooks Koepka and Justin Thomas and Dustin Johnson. So Paige, I will start with you on this question. Do you think it would be better for Rory McIlroy to hold sole position of the world #1 spot, or would you prefer it to be a bit of a battle for that top #1 position?
I love a battle. When I think back to my favorite day of watching golf, it was Rory McIlroy and Patrick Reed playing in the Ryder Cup. Why is it? Because you can take a side, you can have an opinion, you can have a favorite. And I love when they battle head to head. When I was growing up, it was, are you a Tiger guy or are you a Phil guy? So I love the idea of a rivalry at the top.
Paige, I agree that I like rivalry, but I'm looking at it from the standpoint of #1 in the world and what does that mean? And when it gets passed back and forth, I think it loses its luster a little bit. And who better to hold on to #1 in the world than Rory McIlroy? Rory, he's so talented, but he's more charismatic than a Dustin Johnson or even a Justin Thomas or a Jon Rahm or Brooks Koepka. I think when he gets out there, just like when Tiger held it a long time and when Greg Norman held it a long time, if someone else can come along and wrestle it away from him, like the way VJ did when Tiger Woods was the best player in the world easily, it means more to #1 in the world. Yes, I like rivalry, but I also like that title of #1 Page. And if it's not one person holding it for a while, it just doesn't seem as important to me.
I agree with you, but the drama that unfolds in a golf tournament when you do have a dominant reigning #1 comes when you have a challenger, when you have somebody trying to take them down. So I think I appreciate what you're saying because there's no one better that held it for a long time than Tiger Woods. Rory McIlroy, I agree, can hold it for a very long period of time as well. But I love the idea of challengers challenging that spot.
Well, no question. I think I want a lot more Brooks versus Rory. I want more mouthing off between them. I love the rivalry, but I'm separating that rivalry versus the actual entity of #1 in the world. I think it just loses its luster if everyone's got a piece of it throughout the year.
Here's the thing, guys. The world #1 needs to have the charisma to carry the sport. Greg Norman had it. Tiger Woods had it. Rory McIlroy has it. But I still think in this era, with this rivalry that's brewing between Brooks and Rory, it would be more delicious if we had Rory and Brooks trading the world #1 ranking. If we had Tiger Woods maybe picking up and challenging for that world #1. Justin Thomas as well. Maybe Jon Rahm. There's just such an abundance of talent at the top of the official World Golf Rankings. Does Rory have the charisma, the gravitas to be a global star? He's proven that. He's got the game. He's got the kind of global brand. But I just think where we sit right now with how close these players are in talent and in their positioning atop the World Golf Rankings, I would like to see a little bit of volatility at the top.
See, Damon, you mentioned the word gravitas. No question that Rory has it. What I want is Rory to hold it for a long time to give gravitas back to number one in the world. Rory doesn't need it. He's a superstar. I think number one in the world isn't as important as it used to be. And let some guy like Rory hold it forever, and all these other great competitors chase after him and try to get it from him. When they finally do, it's going to mean a lot.
Well, it would mean a lot if Rory continues to bang on the door of history, win a green jacket, continue to win and start to win again major championships, something he hasn't done since 2014. So there's opportunities for him to become the greatest European major champion of all time, to perhaps chase double-digit major championships, something that Brooks Koepka has articulated he believes is reachable. You want a world number one who continues to knock down the door to history.
Rory has been on the brink of dominating this game with his incredible consistency over the last year or so. 101 weeks so far for Rory McIlroy, by the way, at the number one spot. And we know, of course, Tiger Woods, 683, a record that will never be broken. But we're talking about rivalries, guys, at the world at number one positions. So we've got Rory at the top right now, but Jon Rahm, Brooks Koepka, Justin Thomas, DJ, they're close on his heels. If anyone is to rival his position at the top of the world rankings, Robert, who would you say it's going to be?
My fellow statesman and Kentuckian, Justin Thomas. I think when you look at what he's done in the short span he's been on tour, he's staring down his 27th birthday, and he's already got 12 wins, 2 in this season. 25 under at BMW last year was unbelievable. The ability he's got to go low is unmatched, and clutch. Just like that shot right there when he needed it. And the tournament before that he had played, he hit a wedge in really close to beat Luke List. When he needs to make a putt or a shot, he seems to make it. He's just a nasty, nasty competitor. He said it himself. He wants everyone else not just to lose to him, but to quit, go home so demoralized that they don't ever want to play again. That's a guy I don't want to play again.
Well, he's shown up in the biggest events, in the biggest spots in PGA Tour golf. He's won a FedEx Cup. He's won a major championship. He's shot 59. He's won twice in the playoffs. He's won a World Golf Championship event. He continues to show that he has the game to thrive in the most pressurized situations, and he wants to be there. He's uncomfortable with mediocrity. He's uncomfortable with second place. That's why Rory McIlroy said that Justin Thomas has that stink about him, which was something Rory McIlroy had early in his career, has been showing some signs of recapturing in the last couple of years. Justin Thomas, clearly the biggest threat to Rory McIlroy. And I say that because Brooks Koepka has been injured, less than 100%. Tiger Woods has been less than 100% as well. So over the next 5 years, I think just from a physical standpoint, I trust Justin Thomas's body of work and his physical body more than I do Brooks Koepka and Tiger Woods.
I'm a little surprised that neither one of you mentioned Jon Rahm in this conversation. I, however, am not going to be that person either. I've been consistent about Justin Thomas and how I feel about him. Starting at the beginning of 2019, I really felt like he was a spring ready to be unleashed, and he did. He played great early part of the season, a pair of third place finishes, and then he went into Honda Classic with his wrist, and there was very much a big chunk of that season that he lost. When he did become healthy again, he has since won 3 times in his last 11 starts, only 3 finishes outside the top 10 in that same stretch. So I agree. Justin Thomas has everything. He's got the mindset. He's got the ability to go low. And like I said, I've been riding that train for the last 2 years, waiting for him to challenge Rory McIlroy head to head for a very long period of time.
Guys, those top 3 players in the world right now looking extremely strong. We know the official World Golf Rankings right now have frozen, and when play resumes, it will be Rory McIlroy walking out there as world number 1. But how long will he be able to dominate that position? We'd love to hear from you guys.